So now we now have Alice and we have Rajesh. I'm calling them by the first name because I know them personally so well. Both of them are amazing stories. And the theme of today evening is, kind of amazing transformations, because what El Shaddai does is amazing transformation in the lives of people. And what running does is also amazing transformations in the lives of people. You can, you have heard me, you have heard Ryan, you can see that you can be a changed person and you can be something that you aspire to be. Okay? So with those few words, we'll go to the third part, which is really basically how the ordinary people do it, like Alice or Rajesh or me, and draw inspiration from that. With that, I would request Alice, please introduce yourself. Tell us something more about you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alice D'Souza, and I got into running. Do I talk about my? Oh, okay. So I love to tell everybody I'm 52 years old. I'm going to turn 53, and I got into running when I was 45. I'm a single mom. I work from home. I sometimes sit for 8 hours at my job, and I love running. I needed to lose weight, so that's how I got into it. Apparently, somewhere along the way, I forgot why I started running. I started having so much fun. I've got a great group of friends, and today I'm here hoping to inspire more people, because I think if I can do it with my age and my weight, I think anybody else can.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Tell us something about you as an individual and what brought you into running.
Good evening, everybody. This happened in 2012. One of our close relatives, we have 48 years of age at that time, and I was probably around 39 that time. So he had a cardiac arrest, and within minutes he was no more. So that was the time actually triggered that I should do something, because I was catching up with my weight, and my doctor, family doctor, used to tell me every now and then, you are increasing your weight and you have to do something about it. And every time when he should tell me that, I used to tell him like I cannot, means I don't have the time to do that. So after this happened, this incident happened, I had no other option other than getting into sport. So I started with around maybe 2 kilometers, that would be around 1 kilometers of slow run and 1 kilometer of walk. And after that, somewhere after 6 months of doing this, I was doing around 6 kilometers. And then during that time, somewhere in the month of November, I happened to read a newspaper where it was the Goa Marathon is happening, this Goa River Marathon was happening that time. It was in the year 2014. And I just assumed that, okay, let's give it a try. I'm doing 6 kilometers, hopefully I should be doing around 10 kilometers. And I registered for the event, I went there, and it happened, I saw that people are running 21 kilometers. And I was like, oh, people have gone my 21 kilometers. And then I was Googling and I was checking them, because people are running ultras and 42 kilometers, and it was just, I was blown out of my mind. So that 10 kilometers I did. After that, I did Dr. Ramani and even Goa Marathon. So one thing is that over a period of time, I have reduced my weight by around 8-9 kgs. And I would like to thank Dr. Ryan that day. And I had been for Goa River Marathon, and you have attended one of the sessions there. And I used to run empty stomach. And that day you have specifically told that you should have something to eat in the morning before you run, dry fruits or egg, anything. And rest everything I have forgotten, but I have kept that in the morning. I have at least, if there is nothing fruit, even dates, anything what is possible, I have it a handful of dates or one half apple or a pears or orange, banana, whatever is available at home. I gulp it down and then go for a run. So,
Good. So, Alice, coming back to you, you wanted to start running, like 60 to 70% of the people who take up running, you wanted to lose weight. How difficult was it? What are your, first few months of running? How was it? And what challenges did you face?
So I think it has been, and it still is very difficult for me. So what I do is a run walk. So I think many people don't even think I'm a runner because I'm doing a run walk most of the time. But that's purely because I want to keep away from any injuries or get into getting short of breath at the end of the run. So I am more of a run walker. And when I started, I was at my highest weight. So I would get short of breath with even 1 minute or 2 minutes of a slow jog. But I stuck with it. So my I didn't even want to be a runner. I got conned into this because I attended a workshop by Sir Venkat and Daniel Vaz, who's my running coach. And they were giving a talk, and so my friends who were organizing the Go River Marathon said, hey, you need to sign up for a marathon. And I realized the only way to get out of it was to register for this thing called 5K, and that's how they would let me lead the hall. So I did sign up, but not before hearing Sir and Daniel talk about running. And Daniel agreed to train me for a 10K. So I said, why not give it a try and kind of throw a challenge at this guy who said, anybody can run. And that's what Sir said. I said, yeah, really, these guys are so serious about anybody can run, let me prove them wrong. So that was I never thought that I could reach so far. So I did sign up, and within 3 months, I would train on the beach, and within 3 months, I went from literally I wasn't even a walker. I did do gym, but I went in 3 months, I went to doing a 10K run walk. And then that was by December. And the same following year, I did my first 21 in August, doing a run walk and finishing very comfortably. I am known to take very long, but I don't mind it. I have come last for many marathons. I'm more famous than the guy that has come in front. But I have no problems. I have signed up with Ryan Squaw for 3 months. I've done 2 sessions, fabulous sessions, where I've learned to eat right. I heard the sweetest words from your girl, Luann, who told me, Alice, you know what? You need to run slower because you're running too fast, that's why you're not losing weight. That was music to my ears. Somebody telling me I had to run even slower because otherwise I get the looks like, is she really running or is she going for a walk or what is she doing? But to be able to burn fat, I guess that's what I had to do. I had to start running slow, which made it more comfortable for me. And so I went from comfortably doing a 10K, then I did a 21K, and then I think I've done probably crossed 10 half marathons, and in the month of October, I finished my first half Ironman.
Oh, fantastic. Super. Rajesh, how was it your first 6K or 5K? What was it in Goa?
no, mine was the first 10K.
First 10K.
10K.
How was the experience training for it? And I know that you live in Ponda, and in those years there was not much of a running group at all in Ponda, and you were determined to do a 10K because somebody died in your family. Okay, like I had my own family history, my brother, my father, everybody. So for me also, the imperative to keep running and stay healthy was the same reason, cardiac issues. So how was it? I mean, how did you train? I mean, I know there were no training coaches, there were no nutritionists in Ponda. So what happened? How did your journey begin?
My first 10K was actually just means literally I did it myself. No training, nothing. But I did not even know which shoes to use. I bought means I went on the costliest shoes that I bought before that was probably 1,200 rupees. So my first shoes I bought something from Umbro or something, that company, and it was on 2,800 rupees. And I thought that was the that was the last shoe I will be buying for that.
Cadillac of shoes. Rolls Royce of shoes.
So to be very frank, the first 10k after 6 kilometers I was feeling it, and if I think Kabir was also part of that. He was doing a half marathon, and we had to climb that hill. Cannot recall that. What we call that after that boy hospital at Bosco? Chikalim Hill. Yeah. And go down, and near the service station, this Sai service, you come back. So you are going up, down, again up and down. And it was like means Mount Everest for me. That. But I finished comfortably. I did it in 54 minutes somehow. And by the end of around 6.5, 7 kilometers, I was feeling because the burn. Because the thing is that I had never practiced about 6 kilometers before that. I finished, and during that part of that race, I happened to meet two of my Ponda friends who were also doing. One was Ritesh Naik and one was Anand Naik. And it was their first marathon. That was their first run. So what happened was after that, he came to me like we were practicing again in Ponda. Came to me like, see, there are a lot of people wearing same jerseys. Let's have our own team. And that's how I became a part of, almost a founder of this Antul Runners, which we have around 40-45 members now running in Ponda.
Fantastic. That's very nice. Alice, I know that you have now evangelized running. By being very active with the Suicide runners and getting people in Panjim to run like he does in Ponda. So what gives you that thrill? Why do you evangelize running? Why do you like to promote running?
So I think now I'm an authority after having cycled and got into swimming. I think honestly what running does for the mind more than anything else is once you get all your numbers out of the way and thinking about how fast, am I running fast enough? Am I looking good enough? You get all those things out of the way and you get into the zone. It's extremely meditative, so it works as a stress buster. I know that in the first 2 kilometers, I want to kill somebody, I've had a bad day or bad night or whatever. But after 3-4 kilometers, I'm so much at peace with myself. It's so de-stressing that I am here today because I love running, not because of having to lose weight. It's because I love running. What I found was because I have so many I have the health issues, I found that people could relate more to a big runner, getting them to join running than a fast runner like my friend Kabir. You look at Kabir running and you're like, I can never do that. But when they see me running, I think it's, they probably, if she can do it, so can I, So I find that when I approach people and say, hey, come on, why don't you join me on a walk or why don't you join me on a run? I find that I have a very good response, and I think I get a lot of joy when I know that I've been able to inspire somebody to experience running, because I think it's really meditative and makes me a better person.
Fantastic, very nice. Yeah, I do agree. Rajesh, I have come and run in Ponda with you, and I know that in Ponda you have been one of the key people evangelizing running in Ponda. So tell me the story about how running has progressed in the last couple of years and in Ponda, in your group of runners, and what kind of transformation you are seeing in the group itself.
Initially, when we started, most of us we started with around 4 to 5 people, and we were actually asking people to join us. So reluctantly, the problem with running is the first thing when you think of running, the thing is that you should plan how to get up in the morning. Main problem is people want to avoid getting up from the bed. That is a major thing. So once you overcome that resistance to wake up, then everything falls into place. So slowly and slowly, like means we did around 15, 16 people, then around we were doing 10 kilometers. Then we happened to, okay, let's give it a try for 21 kilometers. And nobody within the group was actually ready to do that. So, okay, I took the challenge. And before that, I had done around 15, 16 kilometers. And I did it at Dr. Ramani because I knew that Dr. Ramani is happening in Ponda. And if I have a problem, somebody will lift me and take me at home, pick me up and take me home. So that was very troublesome. After 14, 15 kilometers, I was actually panting and all those things. Somehow I stretched myself, and at the end, I finished it around 2:15, 2:16. I finished. And the next 2 days, I could not move, but I could not show that to my family also. they would not be allowing me to do the 21 kilometers next time. So actually, after that doing the 21, many of us thought like, yes, we'll do it. And then again, this Goa marathon was happening. So after Goa marathon was again a flat route. So more people joined me. After 21, last year we did 42 kilometers. And some of my group members, one of my group members is Ironman, half Ironman. Yeah, he had done with Alice this time. Bhagwan, in fact, he was supposed to be here and he could not chip in. That's the reason I am here. And some people have already done that 50 kilometers ultra and all. So I've been in transportation business and most of the time dealing with all these issues. I avoid going above 42. So, and one more thing is what has happened is after this trial things are happening. Last year, actually, I was forced to buy a bike. Yeah. So I started cycling also now, and I'm learning swimming also now. So probably maybe 2-3 years down the line, maybe I'll also be there with you to do the half Ironman.
So Alice, you pride yourself in being a slow runner. Correct? You pride yourself in being the last runner. Okay? And you make no qualms about it. And I personally believe that people like you are also stellar examples. That if somebody like Alice can do it, then anybody else can do it. You don't have to be a fast runner. As you rightly said, the Kenyan is not inspiring me. Because I attend large meetings and I'm sitting with Kenyans on the table and I find no connect. They're from a different planet. I mean, the paces and what they do is awe-inspiring, but not connecting. You don't have an emotional connect with them as a runner. But with somebody like you have an emotional connect because you are like me. You're like, I'm also a slow runner, I'm not too fast. And I find happiness, because we are not athletic at all. So in this kind of a background, what made you train for the Ironman? Which is like way above your league.
That's a very good question. For one is high level of stupidity, if you ask me. But I think, there was this guy, James Lawrence, I think he is, a triathlete. And I remember reading once, if you think you can, or you can't, whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. Yeah, so whatever you think you can do or you cannot do that. So when these guys decided to have the event in Goa, to begin with, cycling and swimming comes easier to me. Although I've been running for the longest time, but since I cycled and swam as a child, it comes a lot easier to me. So everybody said, why the hell are you running? Because you can cycle a lot easier. But so I've been cross-training with swimming and cycling for the last 2 or 3 years for cross-training. So when Ironman decided to come to Goa, for some reason I thought, okay, hey, why not, the first edition in my backyard, and that's how I decided to actually give it a go. But I knew running was going to be my challenge, and it was. It was a huge challenge for me. I didn't even make it to cut-off. I was cut off by 10 minutes, but I didn't expect it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who cares for the time? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just an artificial deadline.
So about coming last, there was a friend of mine, she had a lot of weight issues, and she did the Rotary Rain Run, and she finished it. She was She was 90 kilos plus, and when she reached the finishing line, everybody was there clapping for her, that she had finished it. But it left a very bad taste in her mouth, and she said, you know what, how many times am I going to come last? And I realized that there's a huge mindset there, which makes you feel that if you're coming last, you're not good enough, or you should not even be doing this. I remember somebody asking me, oh, you finished a 10K in 1.5 hours, are you even allowed that? So I've realized that there's a terrible mindset towards slow running. And I think I really couldn't care less. I do what I can, and it makes me happy. So I really couldn't care less what anybody else thinks. And I realized there are more people who kind of think the way I do, and who have dared to go out and get into running with this sort of mindset. So yeah, that's why I am a comfortable slow runner.
Very good, fantastic. Comfortable not just physically but also mentally accepting that as a comfort. Correct. That's very nice because there's always going to be somebody who is going to be the last.
Yeah.
In any race.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at what pace the person came, but it's going to be this. But the person who, like for example, I used to finish my half marathon in about 3 hours, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, when I was not training so well. And I used to be like one of the last guys. My Surendra Tesadia comes in 3 hours, 30 minutes. Okay? And there's still pride because he's 70 years of age now. Bypass, he's epileptic, he has, lung issues, he's on steroids, he's on about 4 or 5 medications, but he still trains and runs.
Yeah.
And that's commendable, right? In fact, the Kenyan who won the genetic pool lottery by getting more better set of pitch fibers, is nothing great because he's genetically predisposed to running.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody like you or Surendra Desadia, whose situation in life doesn't allow you to do it, and you still do it, there's more connect with people like you. You're more inspiring for somebody like me, and for many of us. We connect better at an emotional level. And I really thank you for that. That is, you did your first full marathon.
Yeah.
Correct. Now you go on your marathon. So how was that training? I mean, how did you? You have problem of timing. You're in the transportation business. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
But a full marathon requires you to at least train for 5-6 hours. You start your slow runs. You take about 5 hours to finish 42. So how was that experience?
While practicing, I would like to thank my friend Dr. Sandeep Naik. He used to Google all those things, what exercise to be done, what day, cross training, all those things. He used to plan those things. And Sundays would be the only option for us available. And Sundays we started around 5 in the morning and run to 9:30 max, not before after that. But of late, what I have learned is that the later you start, it's better because most of the times, because when I went to, and Kabir had rightly told me, he never runs full marathon in Mumbai. And I did a mistake of doing full marathon in Mumbai also after that. And it was terrible. I improved my timing when it comes to Goa River Marathon. Goa River Marathon was terrible. I did it around 4:56 something. And my Mumbai was around 4:44. So I improved around 12 minutes there. But when it comes to training is a must. As you increase the distance, training is a must, and training in daytime means later part of the day is a must. And I remember even Dinesh Heda, I had come here for some exam. My daughter was answering some exam here in Bambolim, and I saw Dinesh Heda. It was just before the half Ironman, and he was running like mad here and there. Then I understood that that's the reason that if you have to improve endurance during this for run, it's better to run in the daytime when the more sun. We are focused to more sunlight, more traffic, all those things.
Correct, I agree with you. So Alice, you've been a runner now for about 5 years. 7 years. Okay. So what has changed in your life? I mean, what changes has running brought about in? What is about the health and the weight and this? but also in terms of your thinking as a person, your social circle, your lifestyle habits.
So I think a huge one is I used to be out till late. We live in Goa, we love our beer, and I would be out partying till late hours. I have a daughter, I'm a single mom, and I had to change that. You know, if I wanted my daughter to live a more disciplined life, that was one of the key reasons. So, discipline has set in. You can't get into something like this if you can't, get up early in the morning. So, one is discipline. I've made the best friends. Runners can't lie, I think. They're very genuine and honest people. So I made some of the closest friends. Health is the huge. So when I started running, I had cholesterol issues. I was probably a walking heart attack, and I got it on time. So health, discipline, friends, and I think it's a very today I have a very de-stressed mind. If I have any issues that I'm dealing with, running helps me sort my mind out.
Fantastic. Really good.
So I don't need a cigarette and I don't need the nicotine. I can just go for a run.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it is a huge stress buster.
Fantastic. Rajesh, what has been the changes that you have seen? I mean, how has running transformed you as a person?
I see,
Health is of course one and all that, but also as an individual.
Positive attitude.
Positive attitude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, prior to that, even during my business and all those things, I used to meet people. I would be a bit of negative mindset and all those things. I become more confident, more positive, and I after running, I feel that if I can do, means if I take up a challenge, I definitely can do it. That is one big positive thing that I have come to, at least in my case. And one more positive is that last 5 years, I don't think I have gone to a doctor. 5 6
Really?
yeah. Okay. And one more thing I would like to say means I was very allergic to this cold. If I used to get common this normal cold, it would continue for 3-4 months. The last 5 years, I get up in the morning at 4:30, maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever it is. I have cold water bath. Yeah. Any part of the season, even if I'm out of Goa, even if it is the coldest in the area, I have cold water bath. So these are small things actually which add means and as I told stress buster. So I used to means because I once in transportation business you are keeping contact with drivers and all, and we have targets means the vehicle has to reach in time of this. So sometimes you are out of your mind. Still I can manage my this what do I call the rage which used to be there previously. You can manage it now.
Fantastic, very nice. So running has really transformed both your lives. And if there is a message to the people who are still sitting on the fence, what would that message be?
So to begin with, if I can, why not you? I think it's what you're looking for. But for me, what I was looking for was, I was a single mom, I had a lot of stress, and I wanted to gift my kid when, later years, I want to give a healthy me to my kid. So when I realized I had so many health issues, and being a single mom, I had to think of it very seriously that my kid would have to be taking care of me at a very young age with all these health issues. So that was my key, and that's what I want to tell people with my age and probably older, that if we can be a healthy 50 plus, 60 plus, 70-year-old, why not? It's really a great gift to those around us. That is the crux of the matter. Along with that comes great friends, socializing, and you can eat a lot of stuff. I'm not looking at that nutritionist right now, but I'm sure you can gift yourself with a good meal now and then, because you're running. You can't overdo it, but you can lead a good life. You can eat well. You can socialize in great health. But the bottom line for me is a healthy me for my kid. That is what I've been able to do.
You know, I just want to add one small scientific nugget. Is that when you're a runner, your capillaries are more. There is something called as mitochondria, and we didn't hit that word today. They are like these small cells, they are like these small nuclear reactors in your muscle tissue. And they take the fat, the glycogen, the water, the oxygen, and convert that into energy, which is what makes my hand go up. You know, energy is released. And then they release a waste product, which is carbon dioxide and again some water and all that. So this mitochondria density per cubic centimeter of muscle tissue also increases. So you have more nuclear reactors, for want of a better word, per cubic centimeter of your muscle when you exercise than when you don't. So obviously all these mitochondria are constantly burning your energy. All act work, you know, so every time, even when I'm sitting here, I'm burning more energy than somebody who's not a runner. And that, you know, allows you to indulge in it. Okay, so that extra beer or that extra pizza or that extra ice cream will not show up. Because your body can burn more, it's known as base metabolism, and that's what happens, and you can't overdo it,
Yeah.
but yes, occasionally you can definitely do it. Rajesh, what is your message to somebody who's thinking of starting to run but not yet made up his mind?
There is nothing like, means it is not possible that I am going to sleep and Venkat is going to run for me and my weight is going to.
Yeah, you have to do it
That's not
yourself.
going to happen. So if you want to, means just give it a try. I would say just give it a try. Maybe even not even this 10 kilometers, give it a try for 5 kilometers. Just walk it, and you feel the difference. The thing is that the morning time, when you start practicing, you run in the morning 5:30. That's the best time you enjoy the nature also. If you go out of the city, means in Ponda we are blessed with the kind of routes. I think Alice is not come many times. But if you are planned to come, let me know. Ponda is blessed with a lot of roads, and we go out areas, and the birds chirping. You see a lot of this greenery. That actually means makes up the day. In the morning, it freshens you up. So that is one thing. The second thing, as I told in the beginning, just plan that there is nothing called tomorrow. Today I am going to start it. If you say tomorrow, that tomorrow never comes. And it has happened in my life. I have gone through these tomorrows, and at one point of time I decided it will be today, and it has happened. So anybody, once, and one more thing is that when you're not getting up early in the morning, you end up the time, means Alice used to go for parties, but I used to spend time watching TVs, all the nonsense things that I used to watch. But now, whatever it is, even if the Prime Minister is going to address the nation, I don't care. I go to my bed at 10:30 because I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. So I have no other option because I have to get a minimum 6 hours of sleep. So what happens is when you start, means when you get addicted to running, all the other things which you feel are important in your life get slowly sidelined away. And that is the way actually you come out of that. Means you are molded in certain things. You come out of that and you start shedding that extra things that which are not important in your life. And then you come to know that what more important things are there in life to be achieved other than just watching TV or partying or something. When I say partying, I do party, but not late night. Even if I go for a party, when I take my friends for birthday party at 9:30 last, after 9:30 I'm not going to wait for you. I'm going to pay the bill, I'm going. And you won't believe, most of my friends, they say, "Arey Savana zale re, chala tayari kara." So means by 9:15 they start planning. 9:30 we have to go home. So that is the way. Discipline sets in. That's the major thing. That's the advantage. At least what I feel has helped me and my friends.